Live edition of the Real Estate Show, South Florida's #1 program about real estate, America's longest running daily radio show, all about the topic of real estate. My name is Eric Willner, and we are here live Monday through Friday, 5 by 5 by 5. What do I mean by that? It means that we are here live at 5 p.m., 5 days a week, right here on 5 different channels: the AM 1470, the FM 95.3, the FM 96.9. On the apps, we're also there on the free apps, the TuneIn app, the radio.com app, the Spreaker app, the iHeartRadio app, and that's just a short list of all of the different free apps that you can download on your portable device. Tune in to WWNN 1470, part of the Money Talk Radio Network, and you can listen to us on the go. So there you are, the AM, the FM, the app, and online. You can go right to our website at automaticlandlord.com. That's automaticlandlord.com. Click on the Real Estate Show button at top. It'll give you the opportunity to either click on the Listen Live button, or if you happen to be on the website and it's not 5 p.m. Eastern time, then you can click on the recordings of the shows. And about 24 hours later, we post all of our recordings up on our website. They're also up on our 5th and final channel, which is our Facebook page. So if you have a Facebook account, all you have to do is search for facebook.com / The Real Estate Show. Or I should say, if you have a Facebook account, you don't even need the facebook.com. Just put in The Real Estate Show and you are there. So that's how you can find us 5 days, 5 o'clock on 5 different ways. Today is Thursday. Today is Wednesday. I'm a day ahead of myself. We are here on our midweek report. And so every Wednesday, we go out into the marketplace and we look at what's going on in the real estate market as it applies to generally our topic of the week. We've been talking a lot about the conversation of landlording, why you should consider landlording, why real estate is the best investment out there, bar none. We talk about all of the different ways in which you can own investment property. You can do it yourself. You can have it done with you. You can have somebody do it for you. And what I mean by that is then you can employ the automatic landlord method that we talk and teach here. Again, remember, we have a website called automaticlandlord.com. You can learn more about that there. But on Wednesdays, what we're going to be talking about today is going out into the news. And there was a number of great headlines. In fact, we kind of took a sneak peek into some of the headlines yesterday when we were talking about the consumer confidence. Definitely up on the rise here. We were talking about the number of sales that had gone down dramatically as a result of, number one, very low inventory, right? You can't sell what you don't have to sell, and therefore the numbers out there looked very tough. But when you looked at the low inventory, in fact, one of the other news pieces that we talked about yesterday in today's show, remember, all of our shows are available in their recorded form up on our website at automaticlandlord.com. Just go right up to the top of the page here where you would be able to see the real estate show notes, and embedded in every one of the radio show notes is the recording, the full recording of that day. So it's a great opportunity for you not to miss a single episode of the Real Estate Show, not a single word of the Real Estate Show. And in fact, if this is interesting to you, then I even say join us on our Real Estate Show Marathon Sunday night. So in addition to 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock, on Sunday night, we are going from the first show to the last show, back to back, starting at 9 p.m. on all of the channels that I just mentioned for you. So it's a great opportunity for you to get your daily dose of real estate, or to get a mega dose of real estate on Sundays. So, we also talked about this week, about the importance of credit, and we talked about the importance of the credit history as one of the heaviest parts of your credit score, and how there is now a revolutionary new way that you can add your rent history to your credit report. And we showed an example where we actually helped somebody increase their credit score by over 100 points simply by adding that to the score. Now, tomorrow, I want to give you a little bit of a sneak peek also that we're going to be talking about, there's a lot of chatter right now about what's going to happen when they release the moratoriums. Now, it may not be for another 30 to 60 to 90 days before that comes, but this is now when you should be taking care of that situation if you're in there. And if you're not in there, but you know somebody who might be, someone who's mentioned that they're in a forbearance plan, somebody who's renting a property but maybe not making all of their rent payments. If you know somebody, then by all means share this radio show with them. However you're listening to it, tell them. But the best way is just refer them to automaticlandlord.com. That's automaticlandlord.com, because all of our contact information, our numbers, you can send us questions, comments, and so forth right there. We want to help prevent a wave of foreclosures. In fact, we know we can prevent any foreclosure whatsoever out there as long as you give us a little bit of lead time so that we can get our arms around the situation and help that homeowner or that tenant to get back on their feet. So we want to be able to do that. We want you to help us to do that simply by referring that. Now, we're going to talk about in tomorrow not only the options, and I got 6 different options. Here are the notes right here. 6 different options for tomorrow's show that I want to talk about how to avoid any of those problems. And I'm going to go into each one of those 6 tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a great day to refer those people. Anybody who's in distress, who's in a foreclosure, behind on their payments or unable to make their rent, this is the show that they're going to want to listen to, and it'll be right here tomorrow. And I'm also going to talk about how to improve your status, the progress of what you're doing, no matter where you are in the process. So anyway, what I'm going to go do is I'm going to take an early break. You're going to hear a few words from our sponsors. When we come back, I'm going to go right into some of the additional headlines, what I want to share with you. In particular, I want to talk a little bit about what is the real result now of what COVID has done to the marketplace, and where do we go from here? So you're listening to The Real Estate Show on our daily edition of The Real Estate Show here. My name is Eric Willner. I am your host, and I also will be right back. Hello, hello, hello. Let me take a quick sip of water here because I got dry. Hey, Rob. Some of my EA friends. My cousin Erica is on the live today. Tudo bem, Erica? Felipe is also on there. Felipe is a loyal listener. I appreciate that a lot. I'm glad you guys take the time out. That's a little loud. So let me go here. I wonder if I can do that. Let's see here. Will I? Yeah, I think I will. I was seeing if I was going to block the other camera. So we're doing the commercials. So how are you guys doing out there? Como é que tá a situação aí no Brasil? Eu tô ouvindo que não tá boa. Covid. A gente vai falar de Covid daqui a pouco. Real Estate Show. Not going to be that one. And welcome back. For those of you just joining us here on The Real Estate Show, my name is Eric Willner, and I'm the host here. You are here because we're live Monday through Friday from 5 until 5:30 p.m. That's Eastern Time 5 different ways: the AM, the FM, the app, online, and also on the Facebook page as we have. Now, yesterday I went into this a little bit, but it bears repeating because this is a huge thing. February recorded the largest drop in inventory, and rarely can you say this, ever. The inventory fell 29.5%. Nearly 1/3 of the inventory was gone off the shelf. We're down to the lowest point in inventory that we've ever seen in the marketplace now. That puts us the drop at a larger than expected 6.6% month over month, but annually 29.5%. So closed sales of existing homes, and that is according to the National Association of Realtors. I could give you the rate of the annual sales, but that's really not what I wanted to go. But what I did want to point out also is that the tight supply is as a result, and what it has done is fueled the cost of homes to rise as well. So the home prices were 15.8% higher in February from 1 year ago. So talk about double-digit price appreciation, which of course is going to be introducing another problem that we're going to be hearing more and more about, especially here when we have, an economy that's challenged by the pandemic, that's challenged by the unemployment figures, and yet home prices in hot demand were up almost 16% year over year for the month of February. The median home price, just so that you give an idea, across the United States, the median home price right now sits at about $313,000. And just imagine that. You remember all of the old real estate examples. Can you imagine a house, $100,000 house? Well, we are now 3 times that amount. Now, keep in mind something else that down the road, like I said, it's going to really affect the affordability. Right now, because we have such low interest rates, the interest rates are making homes more affordable and compensating for that rise in prices due to the supply and demand. But as some of you may have noticed, that the interest rates have been creeping up, and there's obviously more pressure, in spite of the fact that the Fed says that they're not going to raise their interest rates until 2023. We're seeing interest rates on the mortgage level rising, and as a result of that, if you're in the market for a new mortgage right now, I would say run, don't walk. Speak to your mortgage professional, and if you don't have a mortgage professional, give us a call. You can always give us a call at 888-595-7779. Depending on where you are in the country, we'll refer you to the right place. But once again, that's 888-595-7779. You can also reach us on our website at automaticlandlord.com, and you can always text us over there at our real estate show smart text line, which is 561-861-2366, and just type in the word Radio Eric, and you'll get a response back, and you'll know that we got your message. So 313,000 is the median. That means half of all of the homes that sold in the United States sold below that, but half of all homes in the United States sold above that as well. And so that is the highest February price on record. Prices are rising due to the bidding wars. You've probably all heard about that, particularly if you're here in the real estate market here in the United States. But the median was also skewed higher because more sales are occurring at the higher end of the market, particularly folks that right now are out there looking to relocate, right, out of the congested big cities like Los Angeles, Chicago, Boston, Philadelphia, New York, are all coming to places like Texas and Florida, and they are looking for bigger homes, right? First of all, because when they come from those congested, more expensive areas, our homes seem cheap. You get a lot more home for the dollar. And add to the fact, and we talked about this in yesterday's show, that homes are becoming more valuable to the individual that buys them, because it is not just where they live and sleep. It's also where they work in many cases. It's where they learn. Their kids go to school. They may be learning. And you add all of those things. It could be now your home gym, your home office. And so the importance of these bigger, higher price, people are willing to pay more for that, especially when they're starting to look at all the commuting costs, automobile storage costs in big cities like New York and Chicago, parking, commutes, tolls. All of that now can be shifted and allow them to afford more of a home. So, like I said, there's a lot more activity, surprisingly, in a pandemic market. There, sales of homes priced over $1 million were 81% higher compared to a year ago. 81% higher. So thank you, pandemic. Houses priced between $100,000 and $250,000. Now watch this. Fell 11%. Now, why did they fall 11%? Well, very simple. There aren't enough of them out there for sale. So that's what's happening. And as you can see, without the inventory, the fact that even with the decline in sales, the days on the market are swift and prices are rising. And that's according to Lawrence Yun, the chief economist of the National Association of Realtors. And what he said is, this is implying that this is not due to demand disappearing. We don't see that at all from the market. It is really, in fact, a lack of supply, end quote. Homes are also selling at a faster pace on record. The average days on market. Now remember, it used to be a normal days on market is somewhere between, up to 90 days. Right now, the days on market fell to just 20 days. 20 days. We're well below the 30-day mark of inventory, and that's why we really need more construction. And yet, with construction costs going up, how are we going to build affordable housing? That is one of the challenges in the marketplace. So, and of course, for us real estate investors and landlords out there, finding good deals at affordable prices that we can then turn around and rent at affordable rent prices, or let's just say rent prices that are aligned with the current marketplace, is becoming ever more difficult. And again, so you got to have better tools, better research, better data in order to be able to do that. And if you want to learn more about that, type the word landlord and text it to us at 561-861-2366, because we're going to be having a workshop just for landlords on how to find those ever so elusive properties out there that make good rental properties. Again, the word is landlord, 561-861-2366. If what's stopping you out there right now is still the conversation of credit, remember to text the word credit to the same number, the word credit, to 561-861-2366, because that's a conversation that also needs to happen. So back to the news. Already this year, the monthly cost of a $300,000 loan is up $70. And that's according to the chief economist at Realtor.com, not to be confused with the National Association of Realtors. Looking ahead, the large and the still growing cohort of consumers reaching prime home buying age will keep interest high. What they're talking about here is what I've been telling you all along. They're saying it in an indirect way. They're talking about the millennials. The population of millennials entering their peak earning years is also putting more pressure on the market here. So these are the people at their prime home buying age. Now, whether shoppers can translate that desire into home ownership is what will yet to be seen, because of affordability, access to money, and then access to inventory, which is the most important part. So if as the economy heats back up, will that cause more inflation? So this is also, I think, another good sign why real estate is in fact a tremendous investment. Even at this time, those folks that take a pause right now and sit on the sidelines, that are waiting for a pullback in the marketplace, may miss it altogether. As I've said here a number of times here on the radio show, I don't predict. a market crash like some people are trying to infer. Will there be a dip in the marketplace? Will there be more inventory in the marketplace when they lift the moratoriums? Yes. If they keep doing it as slowly as they're doing, I don't think you're going to see that flood, number one. And there's certainly an appetite for the inventory when it does come. And when you add into the fact that we have these huge iBuyers, and I'm going to be talking about iBuyers next week. That's going to be our topic for next week, because that has become such an important and serious conversation. And when you are asking, Eric, what is an iBuyer? Some people think it's an internet buyer. Some people think that what it is that it's an institutional buyer. And these iBuyers, which of course have access to the internet, which is why you hear about them, and people confuse it with being an internet-based or a technology buyer. I'm going to tell you that we're talking about institutional, or these hedge funds and these large groups of people that have put money together and are going to come in here. And if there is any pushback in the marketplace, you're going to see them jumping in with both feet. And then remember my saying, it's not the big that eat the small necessarily, but it will be the fast that eat the slow. So that is why now is the time to be getting ready, whether it's fixing your credit, whether it's saving up the money for the down payment. Conversation that we can have also. If you don't have equity to buy a house right now, type in the word equity to 561-861-2366. We have on our buyers list right now one of those institutional buyers, and we have a number of investor buyers, and we are looking now for inventory, which is why, as I started out in the beginning of the program, saying that if you know somebody that is stretched out, who's on the brink of some financial distress, and to faster production, I mean, that's what we really need. And by the way, I want to say hi to John Brown, the best handyman in town, who just joined us on our Facebook Live, and I see Eric as well. Now we got two Ericas on the line there. We've got Phil. Phil, how are you doing today? But home builders, which are who we really need to get out there and build us some more inventory, they're having the challenge of a supply shortage of construction material, lumber, cement, drywall, roofing supplies. Their resistance to faster production, such as higher costs for land, labor, and all the materials that I just mentioned, as well as the supply chain delays, obviously with COVID getting access to all those things is also tough. So single family housing starts were actually lower right when we needed them higher in the month of February. And we had expected to see higher numbers, but we didn't get them. So Felipe, hi. And I'm going to also have to be saying goodbye as the music is coming into my ears. It means that I'm out of time. I got so much more information for you. I'm going to be sharing that up on our website. Make sure you go check it out at automaticlandlord.com. Make sure you share that site. Share our Facebook page, The Real Estate Show, also out there. Make sure you stop by and give us that thumbs up. Share it onto your page so more people get access to this great information. It's all free, it's all good, and it's all right here. But that's it for now. This is Eric Willner signing off for another edition of The Real Estate Show. Until tomorrow, drive safe and make it a great day. Bye-bye. We will. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Boom. So we'll lock that down. We will wrap it up here. So, by the way, we had a nice, good crowd here on the show today. I want to thank everybody for joining in, taking time out of your busy schedule. As I have been discovering from everybody that I talk to, that the real estate market is not the only place that's very busy. I was asking a lot of my friends, I said, do you find that during the pandemic you are more busy or less busy? Do you have more free time? And nobody said that they had more free time. It's amazing. Now you got all the time back for the commute. You got all the time back for, basically the commute and going to the office. And yet you're still finding out that you have less time during the day. I know companies are stretching people, expecting you to work a little bit longer, a little bit harder. And so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. First of all, here on our YouTube. And by the way, I got really good news coming up for our YouTube page, which is going to be released very soon. Did a bunch of interviews yesterday. Like I said, we've been busier than a one-arm paper hanger in a paper hanging contest. And but you'll see the fruits of our labor as they roll out in the next couple of days. It's no longer weeks. So good night, YouTube. Good night.